What up, everybody? This is your boy DJ Mixmaster, and welcome back to Soulcalibur VI. Last video, we ended up taking care of our astral fissure that I ended up going to with Natalie, but worried about Dion, we ended up going to the other, and unfortunately, we were too late. Excuse me. Aswell was able to take the power of the astral fissure and was able to summon Soul Edge and Soulcalibur. One key, he said. Now he just needs another. But what is that other key? Who knows? But we have to try and stop him. But with all of that, I figured it's time to do a little bit of backtracking and do a little side quest and all of that. So we're gonna go back to, let's see. There we go, we'll go back to Dhaka. Alright, The Legend of the Great Pirate. I wonder if that's talking about Cervantes. Alright. Dining at a tavern in a port town is rarely uneventful. Sure enough, some ruffians appeared, determined to let me know I had raised their ire. Additions and objectives, the stage is slippery. Great. And your opponents move more quickly. Defeat all opponents. Okay. So you have the first ruffian, who is Mitsurugi, the Damakis blade. The second, which is I think Xianghua, and the third, which I think is Keelik. Okay. Let's go ahead and start. The tavern in the port town was teeming with fishermen, merchant sailors, and all sorts of sea folk. As I sat there eating my dinner, someone from amongst the boisterous crowd suddenly called out to me. Hey you, I've seen your mug before, haven't I? Have we met? Huh? Oh yeah, it's that punk that was with Maxie and his crew. Oh crap, it's you people. I couldn't forget that face even if I wanted to. Because of you, we were adrift at sea for days. Oh yeah, those are them pirates I think that tried to attack Maxie and us when we were traveling. Oh man. We thought we were done for. Although they remembered me, I had no recollection of them. They were apparently pirates I defeated when traveling with Maxie and his crew. We got you now. Hope you're ready for us to send your sorry butt to Davy Jones' locker.
Fight! All right. Come on now.
Let's go.
Fight. Good. Don't hate me. Good. Don't hate me. Too simple. Fight. All right. Good.
He fell out. Damn. We'll let you live this time. But things aren't going to be so easy for you next time, you hear? Tell that bastard Maxie the same goes for him. As I watched the pirates make their retreat, an elderly fellow sitting next to me handed me a drink. Not bad, sonny boy. I say you're probably the ninth strongest person I've seen in my lifetime. Here, have a drink. It's on me. I thanked the old man and took the drink, then proceeded to ask him about these 8 people stronger than me. I'm talking about pirates. The 8 people stronger than you are pirates, of course. And speaking of pirates, who comes to mind for you? Francis Drake, perhaps? Or maybe the red-bearded terrors in the Mediterranean, the Barbossa brothers? What about the pirate queen, Gracie O'Malley? You heard of Drake's cousin, John Hawkins, right? There are hordes of famous pirates, but for me, the king of them all is none other than Cervantes de Leon. Huh? You never heard of him? See, I told you it was Cervantes. Maybe that's for the best, eh? According to the old man's story, he was apparently a great pirate that was known to all who sailed the Atlantic. He's fear and dread incarnate, that's for sure. I saw him once when I was a kid, and after that, I was so scared I couldn't get a wink of sleep that night. He sailed the seas on his galleon, the Adrian. Sacked and slaughter was his creed, and just his name alone was enough to strike fear into the hearts of all who heard it. He was one of few pirates adept at handling 2 weapons at once, and some say his strikes were as strong as the blows of a kraken. You know, this is just between you and me, with Captain Cervantes. The old man went on seemingly without end. He regaled me with tales of the great pirate Cervantes until the next morning. Alright, let's continue. Merchants of the wetlands. Bandits abound. The road was finally open, but now bandits were waylaying merchants traveling the reopened land route. A merchant named Laya asked me to escort her, and I happily agreed. However, alright, conditions and objectives. Only critical edges are rarely effective, but your soul gauge fills more easily. Defeat all opponents, okay? So we have a bandit using Sophitia. A bandit using, I was about to say Mitsurugi, that's Yoshimitsu. And a bandit using Kilik, okay? Let's start. When I arrived at the trading house in Dhaka, merchants I recognized from the road repair job were there to greet me, but their expressions, their expressions were troubled. I bid you welcome. My name is Maharashi. I represent the merchants here in our fair city. The road that was repaired with your help is not seeing much use. Bandits raided constantly, and few goods make it through. The merchant guild master asked me to help him once more by protecting goods and caravans traveling along the road. I nodded my agreement just as a woman arrived. It appeared that the two knew each other. Oh, so you're this famous guard everyone is talking about. I would like to depart tonight, but I need an escort. Are your services available? My name is Lila. It is a pleasure. The wooden road through the wetlands is a narrow and treacherous path for horse carts. A little wobble can cause the wheels to slip off of the planks and leave you mired. What's that? In the light of the moon, we spied a number of small boats approaching stealthily through the inlets and water channels by the road. It's them! A group of armed men leaped out of their boats out onto a nearby sandbar and charged us. It was an ambush. We'll take that load of goods. Stand back and don't move. Not tonight. Do your job, Axton. You're the brute that beat up our friends before, aren't you? We'll make you pay for that.
Fight! You! What? Take what? To victory! Take! To victory! On my honor! It's on! This is it! Farewell!
Goodbye.
Need help? Fight!
Nick, see how much this does.
This is it.
Wow. Okay, they weren't kidding.
Need help? All right. Brace yourself. I won't retreat.
Retreat! The bandits swiftly boarded their boats and paddled away. You're quite skilled. Thank you. I had kept the cargo safe, but something about the bandits' actions bothered me. The way they handled their boats and their retreat seemed practiced. In addition, we had only finalized our departure earlier today, yet they had set up an ambush in an ideal location to catch us. As I pondered the situation, my eyes met those of Lila, who had been gazing at me. She offered me a brilliant smile. Are you done ruminating? Then let us be off, my bodyguard. I have a feeling she's trying to use me as like some kind of sacrifice or something. Alright. Oh, don't tell me. Alright, Merchants of the Wetlands, the bandits' leader. I had begun to see the truth behind the events that had transpired, but before I could reveal it to Maharashi, I was attacked. Conditions and objectives. Only soul-charged attacks are effective. Defeat all opponents. Alright. First enemy using Keelik. Second using Astaroth. And the third using a hunting knife. That's Taki. Okay, but it's... I bet you it's Lila. That's terrible. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and get started. It was sunset as I was walking through the city with Maharashi. The number of people dwindled as we moved toward the outskirts. Axton, you said you had something you wanted to speak to me about away from prying ears. Surely this is far enough. Suddenly, the thump of dozens of footsteps echoed around us. I thought I would have time to share what I learned with Maharashi, but the enemy moved faster than I had anticipated. Forgive me, but I'm afraid that discussion won't be happening. Lila! The woman smiled, her teeth glinting dangerously in the light of the settling sun. Yep. Please don't think ill of me. I thought I would be able to let you live.
Fight! You! This! Take! Tremble! This!
move. Okay.
Fight! This? All I won't retreat! On my honor! He's gone! This is it! Farewell! Need help? All right!
Easy.
You! Give up! Farewell! I won't retreat!
You're done. Ha! Get out of here, now! Just as I was about to subdue Lila, she gave a cry, and her lackeys scattered. It was you all this time? Did it attack on your cart? Entirely staged, of course. My, but you're awfully naive to be in your position. Control the flow of goods, manipulate prices, and earn profit. A rather simple plan for any merchant. It's a sound idea, to be certain, but you have to invest a lot up front to reap any rewards. A merchant of your resources could never. Never mind that. You've caught me. So what will you do with me? Arrest her, obviously. Fortunately, no one has died directly because of her attacks, but the bandits cutting off the road caused the city a great deal of harm. Lila had to answer for her involvement in that crime. As I was talking to Maharashi, the sound of hooves drew near. Madam, over here! Some of the brigands that fled earlier had returned on horseback. Their leader leaned down and offered a hand to Lila. Ooh, you're quick today. Stop! Lila moved like lightning and seemed to almost fly into the saddle. Don't fret, my dears. I won't be attacking this city again. I was looking for a chance to change ventures anyway. Lila gave us a quick grin from atop her horse. The woman and her band vanished into the dusk. The bandit attacks ceased for a while after that, and the repairs to the road progressed slowly but steadily. Perhaps Lila truly intended to keep her promise.
Your soul surges in your body.
Alright, let's see. Merchants of the Wetlands, the price of trust. Aw, it seemed like you were doing so good. Please don't tell me you're gonna change again. The bandits were making trouble again, so I hurried back to Dhaka. When I disembarked my ship, someone called out to me. Conditions and objectives. You start the battle with 2 bars of your soul gauge filled. Defeat all opponents. Alright. So you have a bodyguard using Asherod, a bodyguard using Talam, and a bodyguard using Songmina. Okay. Let's start. Maharashi informed me that bandits had once again begun harrying merchants near Dhaka, and I returned to help at his request. As soon as I stepped ashore, a veiled woman tugged at my sleeve. It was Lila. A pleasure to see you again. Come with me. You're covered up, though. Is there a new leader now? She led me to an empty alley and began speaking in a hushed voice. I knew that Maharashi would send for you soon. You're here to drive away the bandits again, right? I have nothing to do with them anymore. One of my old allies hired new men, you see. Apparently our old methods were not satisfactory enough. I asked if she felt any loyalty to her past companions, and she sniffed in disdain. Whatever I owed them was paid in full by my silence when you had me at your mercy. Stealing from fat old merchants is a nice bit of sport, but robbing the poor, let alone killing them for no reason, is not something I like to take part in. It's just bad business. Do you believe me? I nodded, and the eyes peering from behind the veil briefly widened. My, you're quite decisive. Listen, I'll only say this once. This former colleague is about to make the transaction of a lifetime. Everything is at stake. The goods will be coming through tomorrow. If they go missing, then there will be no more funds for banditry. I held my breath, waiting in silence with Lila's minions at the bottom of a boat near the sandbar. Once we heard the sound of wagon wheels, we swiftly rowed for shore. A quiet cry of surprise sounded from our quarry, and I spotted a merchant leap up next to the driver. That must be Lila's old friend. There weren't many guards. They had little reason to believe they would be attacked today, after all. Come on, surrender now if you don't want to get hurt. Otherwise, I'll send Axton after you.
Fight! Damn you!
Move aside.
Fight! I won't retreat! Fight! I won't retreat!
Woo! Man, you went flying. Did you see the look on that idiot's face when you beat all those guards and he realized he looted everything? Priceless. Lila laughed gaily as she sat in the driver's seat of the stolen wagon. When she had finished, she glanced over at me. I'm shocked you believe me, my soft-hearted friend. You can inform Maharashi that there will be no more attacks. With that, she gave me a strong shove in the chest and I tumbled off the wagon and onto the ground. Lila whipped the reins and the wagon sped away. If Lila could be trusted, then the brigands would not return. The land route would be secured at last. She did escape with the goods she was after, though. In the end, she remained a step ahead of everyone else. Alright. So, with that, I believe this is a good place to take a break. Next video, we might do some more side quests. We'll figure it out. So, like and comment on the video, subscribe for more gameplay. And with that, see ya. Peace.